Hello everybody and welcome back to Stacia Expert Mode. In this episode, we set ourselves up a supercritical phase shifter to turn all the polonium that we're making into antimatter. And we also set up automation for crafting all the processes from applied energistics. So, I hope you enjoy. Okay, so today we are going to be making ourselves a supercritical phase shifter. Mainly because there's actually we need antimatter. We need antimatter to be able to make ourselves a creative vending upgrade. And there's actually a load of other things I've started to notice and I've overlooked while looking at these crafting recipes. If I want to make this creative vending machine upgrade or whatever, I need like 2 everlasting guilty pools. I'm going to need 2 watches of flowing time, which require a ton of dark matter blocks. And the dark matter is not the difficult part. It's making the fuel, which requires the philosopher's stone. And I think I'm nearly at the point where I could actually nearly make this philosopher's stone. So like if I look at the thing here, philosopher's stone, we have everything except for these ME controllers. Now the ME controllers are easy enough. We can make all this. That's no problem. The damage lenses, that's easy enough. We can make them. And these containment chalices, we just need to make a few more resonating gems, but we can make that. That's no problem. So looking at everything else, we can actually make all of this. Now the only other problem is this uwoterium. Even though I made a 64 blocks of this uwoterium, it needs even more. And because it's making so much, like I'm struggling to make another crafting table and some energizing ultimate rods, or these nitro rods, not ultimate. And because of that, then I'm just kind of waiting on things to craft. Because I don't think I've actually done anything since. It's just I've added more energizing upgrades onto this thing, trying to make this thing go a little bit quicker, which it does. It definitely goes a lot quicker, but I just need like 8 more to fill in the ceiling. And I don't think I'd done anything else. I did set up all the crafting recipes for most of these creative items, and just so I can grab them all out into this chest. I'm not auto-crafting them, so don't worry. I'm just getting everything pumped out, and I don't think I did this before last episode. It's been a while since I've recorded this, because I've been quite busy this week now, because college is all starting up now, and it's just a mess. So, sorry for any delay between episodes. Anyway, so if we come over to reactor area, because it's very laggy where our main base is, it's not as laggy over here, so it should be a little bit easier to move around. Still is quite laggy, even though my resistance is only on 9, but whatever. I'm going to be building our supercritical phase shifter right here, which I have stopped these things processing polonium, plutonium right now. So this thing's completely full, and you are filling up slowly right now, and you are turned off, but you're missing a lot of fuel. Even though I have rats over here and I've upgraded this thing a lot, looks like we're out of sulfuric acid. Really? This thing is actually struggling to make sulfuric acid. Wait, no, you're full. Be constant. What the hell's going on here? Why is this thing so slow at making it? Do I have speed upgrades in here? I do. I guess I just need to get some rats. Lucky enough, I do have 6 rats sitting doing nothing at the moment. So let me go quickly get them. Alright, let's see if these 6 rats here will help speed up this sulfuric acid production. So let's grab about 4 of them. Put this on top. How's that? Is this keeping up with the sulfuric now? Okay, the hydrofluoric acid... is it hydrofluoric acid? Yeah. So that's going up, but now it's also dropping. Wow, this thing is really not keeping up for some odd reason. Let me just add the other 2 rats on. Oops. Yeah, this lag is really starting to get to me now. So maybe this might help. Yeah, okay, so you can see the fuel is going up now. So we're making more fuel than we're currently using. Great. And now it is dropping. Okay, I have no idea. Maybe because it's nighttime or something, which shouldn't matter, but whatever. Doesn't matter. We just need to work on making a supercritical phase shifter. Now, it's been a while since I built this, so I need to remember how I built it. So I need to make myself at least 2 of these. So control click. Have I already got a crafting recipe for these? Really? What did I need these for? Why did I need to set up an autocraft for them? Okay, well, I'm just going to make myself a couple stacks here. All right, that's all I can make. Okay, so structural glass. Hopefully that's enough. It's definitely not enough. Let me make a little bit more. Oh, that's definitely enough now. So SPS ports, I need to make myself 2 of these. So one's going to input in our polonium, and the other one's going to export out our antimatter. Now, it's going to require 1,000 polonium to make 1 millibucket of antimatter, and it's going to require 1,000 millibuckets of antimatter to be able to make 1 antimatter. So I need like 1,000,000 polonium to be able to make 1 antimatter. There's only 14k in there at the moment, currently, because this thing is actually stopped and this pipe is backing up. Do I have my sleeping bag on me? I do. Okay, let me just quickly sleep. There we go. Now let's start building this thing. So I'm trying to remember the exact dimensions. I believe it comes out 3 from the center point like that. Okay, and then I think you do this. Could be completely wrong. I think I have a picture ready to be opened on my other monitor, but I believe this is actually correct. Because then I think you get your structural glass and you fill in the 3 here. Fill in this here, and then you expand this out 1 here. I believe this is correct. And then you fill in the entire inside with this then too. So you come up like this. And in the corners, you fill up with this SPS casing then. And I think this goes up 3. And then it kind of mimics this bottom shape here. Let me just double check. Yes, okay, so I'm correct. You go up 3 here, go over, and then 3 right here. And then you fill in your SPS casing like that. Okay, grand. And I'm just realizing now, we're actually going to have to remove a ton of this. Hello. Jeez, these guys are showing up everywhere I am. You have nothing good. Okay. So yeah, so this is correct. And what I was saying, oh yeah, I'm going to need actually way more of these ports, because I'm actually going to need these ports to supply energy, which I'm going to have to make more of these lasers. So all the lasers that we made, as you can see, we have 40 of them. We can upgrade these into the supercharged coils, which we'll have to do here. So do these stack? They do. So we made 40 of them. And I think if I go in here now and just grab myself a cable, some cable and a point, like that. Now I think this thing can use up to 50 million FE a tick. So I think as long as you fill in the entire bottom square, like this, and change it all out to have these SPS ports. So I have 19 of them here, and I'm going to need 9 for each side. Okay, but if I just grab these coils and just fill them in here, I can do this on the side now as well here. So let's do that actually while we're building this. Okay, so there we go. Now we have all of our supercharged coils inside. Oops. Now we just need to teleport out. There we go. And now we need to grab the cable again. So cable and our point. And all we have to do now is just connect it all and grab another 2 ports. So port, I need to make another 2. So quickly make another 2 because it's still import and output all of our polonium and antimatter. So let me just quickly connect all of these up. Right, they're all connected now. So all I have to do, wait, oh no, this side isn't connected. So let me just quickly connect here. And all I have to do now is just put the point on top right here. Connect the network, and I'm going to disable the limit just to suck out all the power it can, just to charge all of these things, so it'll be perfectly fine. Now all I need to do is grab those ports I just crafted. So port, here they are. And I think I might need to grab my configurator because I need to set one to input and output. But if I also then look up antimatter, so antimatter, I need to set up this guy. Where is it? This chemical crystallizer. So I need to make myself another chemical crystallizer. So do I have everything to make that? I do. Okay, perfect. So you guys are pretty much fully charged now. So all I have to do is just break this right here, put the port, and come over here, break this, and put a port, but set this guy to, oh, this guy's on wrench mode. Configurate, I don't know, fluids. So you're set to output now. So if I grab myself some pressurized pipe, and now I start running this over. Huh? This should go in. Don't tell me this thing isn't actually built. And I can't break this pipe now. Wait. Why is... Did I miss something? This thing should be built. This is an induction port. I'm on the wrong port. That's why. How did I crafted the wrong ports. I crafted 2 induction ports instead of 2 SPS ports. That's why. Oops. So if I actually then break this here, and then break this here, put this guy here instead of up to export, and then put this guy here, inputting. There we go. Yeah, so now you can see lightning going on inside. So it's filling up with polonium, which is great. As you can see, it's got 2 buckets worth, and it's actually making quite a bit of antimatter because of how much power this thing is pulling out. It's pulling out 150 million. Don't necessarily want that, because if we have a look here at our power export over here, I just want to see how much we're inputting into our system. So network connections, we're exporting out 14 mil. I'm going to disable this thing to only output out 8 mil. So disable limit, outputting 18 mil, so nearly half of what we currently have, which will slow down the antimatter rate, but as you can see, we don't have that much polonium at the moment, so there's no real hurry. But we have 160 millibuckets of antimatter. It's not even 1 bucket yet, so it's going to take a long time before it even makes 1. So I'm just going to put this chemical crystallizer right here. I'm going to disable the items and say items only output on the right. Gases are only going to input on the left. And I just need to give this thing power now, so I'll just run a cable down from the top, like that. That will power this. And now I'll just grab myself my pressurized pipe, and then just hook it like this, which should, I think, auto-eject out the antimatter. It did. And now I just set this guy up to extract. Yeah, so now all I have to do is wait until this thing produces enough antimatter to be able to make 1 antimatter. And how much antimatter in total am I going to actually need? Since we're not going to be worrying about any of these upgrades, and so we're no longer using our mech suit. But it looks like we're only going to need 5 of it. Hopefully, just 5. Yeah, because I am hoping with this creative vending machine upgrade is I can put it onto a storage drawer, and I can pull out as much of the item as I want, and then take off the storage drawer and then swap out the item and then put the upgrade back on. That's what I'm hoping happens. Well, yeah, that's pretty much it for the Supercritical Phase Shifter. Now, this actually got done quite quick. Now, I'm trying to think of what else I can do right now, because there's actually still a lot I can do, but it's not like enough to make into one video. So I'm kind of thinking maybe I should start working on a bit of applied energistics, because we need to make ourselves a creative energy cell here, which is going to require us to make these dense energy cells, which is going to require a lot of these calculation presses. So maybe we should work on maybe upgrading our applied energistics systems to be able to automate a lot of this. Because right now I have an elevator somewhere around here. There it is. And I've just got this inscriber here just making us silicon press, printed silicon. Because I need a lot of this to be able to make that. But if I can make a machine that automatically does it, like the Lazy AE2, we should be able to do that. So if we go to @Lazy, I think it's Lazy AE2, or it's Lazier AE2. We need to make ourselves the flux agitator, which is going to make us all our different things. So like resonating gems, all the carbonatic flux dust and the steels, even make us the speculation core. And I think it also makes the flux crystallizer. Technically, we actually don't need that because we already have a seed growing them. But the pulse centrifuge is actually an important one then as well. It'll turn our Certus quartz into pure Certus quartz, which are needed to be able to make the printed silicon or the calculation circuits. So the pulse centrifuge is definitely one we're going to have to make. The circuit etcher, now this is how you're going to make all your circuits. That's going to be speculation cores for some reason, or you can just use silicon. We're just going to use silicone. So circuit etcher. Now we need to make these machines. So to make them, we're going to need tons of inscribers. We're going to need universal presses, which are going to require these logic presses that we have. So we're going to have to make one of each one of these. We're going to need a singularity, which is a matter condenser under singularity, but we're going to need a 64K ME storage component. So let's head home and see if we can make that. So let's look up 64K. And we have our 64 from refined storage, but we need this guy. So we might as well set up an autocraft for it too, because it's going to be way too annoying to actually make that. So quartz glass, grand, make that. 16K, 4K, and then our 1Ks. So do we actually have this Certus quartz? This is applied energistics. This is in this Enigmatica. So that's the wrong Certus quartz. So I actually need to reset these. You know what? Let me just go ahead and quickly make all of the things we're going to need to be able to make the 64K. And then we can set up our singularity setup, which I think is still in here. Yeah, this guy here. This guy doesn't do singularity, does he? Maybe he does. Wait, maybe we won't have to do anything. Hang on. Let's just re-enable this thing here. So let me just break this guy because I don't need matter balls at the moment. And is he going to make the singularity? He is. Oh, okay. So we don't actually need to work through that. Okay, never mind. That's grand. Right, we should get our singularity any second now. Wait, no. Why isn't this making the singularity? Do I have to put something in there, maybe? Hang on, did I mess something up? Oh, crystal growth accelerators, fluix blocks. Damn, there's actually a lot more things in here that I'm actually going to require than I thought. But this guy's singularity, maybe it has to be the 64K one. You know, I'll just make the 64K just in case. Right, so I've got the whole 64K thing set up now. So if we look up 64K, we can now craft one, and I went ahead and made myself a couple stacks of these calculation processes. So there we go, made one, and I took out the 1K in here. So let's see if we add the 64K in here. Oh, okay, I understand now. Before that said 8,000 out of something, so it would only fill up to there. But this thing does require 256,000. So when this thing is completely full now, we should get ourselves a singularity. Got it. So, what other things do we need to do right now while we're waiting? So if we come over here to the building, and I'll just show you kind of what I was doing down here. It's actually been like a few hours since I actually started doing this. I needed to go do something. So I'm kind of a bit all over the place, so I apologize for that. So if we come down here, I set up this, and you see here's a couple more stacks of these calculation presses. So let's put all these in here, and there we go. So I need to set up our pulsating centrifuge, and if I remember correctly, this thing is going to, make ourselves all our pure stuff. And pure nether quartz is going to be just like any other nether quartz. It's just used this way. Oh, you can use it to make the annihilation cores and stuff. Okay. And this is just a regular block of quartz. Grand. So if we come back over home now, I'm sure we probably nearly have the singularity now. Okay, maybe not. Actually going a lot slower than I thought it would. Maybe I can export out more things. Maybe upgrade the thing to an elite exporter. How fast is this going now? A lot faster. Twice as fast at least. So I guess we'll just have to wait until I craft the singularity. While it's actually crafting singularity, we can actually probably come back over here now to the actual inscriber, because I need to make one copy of every inscribing press that we currently have. So if we come down here, this thing is completely done, so that's fine. So if we look up Inscriber, we have 4, and there's maximum of 4. So we have a double of like the Inscriber calculation, silicone, logic. We've only got 1 engineering. So let me just take all these out and then just make myself a couple stacks of iron blocks, because this is how you duplicate them. So you put whatever one you want in here. So Inscriber engineering, you put an iron block in there, and it will make a copy. So I'm going to make a couple copies of these, and then I'm going to swap it out for the other one. So if I can just put the iron blocks in here, it'll just keep inputting them, outputting them. All right, so we've got a good few of these things now. I'm just making a few more engineering presses. You know what? We'll leave it at that. Right, so there we go. So let's take out the iron blocks and take these out now. By now, we have to have a singularity. Like, come on. Okay, it's over halfway. Right, while we're waiting for that then, let's actually get to work on making the other parts, because we're going to need to make these flux steel ingots. Now, these are made like this, so you can either make them in here using coal dust and iron and a bit of flux dust, or in, actually, wait, did I say redstone furnace? Oh, that's okay, just smelt it. So we need to make the actual plated iron ingot. It's going to require carbonic flux dust, an iron ingot, and some skystone. So if we look up skystone, let's put all these away. So we should have a bit of skystone dust right here. Then we're going to need ourselves a stack of iron, and then the carbonic dust, which I made a bit of that already. It's pretty simple. So a bit of silicone, coal dust, and a bit of flux dust. So now we need to go and actually make ourselves this, which is made over in the Inscriber. So if we come over here, come down here, and we need to put this in here, put the iron in the middle, and this guy down here. So this will combine to make the plated ingot, and then we just smelt that to make the steel. Now, is there anything else we need to look at? We need to make this crystal growth chamber, which is made like this, which is quartz iron fluix block. Okay, that's made like this. I need to actually make some of these. Unless, like, okay, I can enrich it. Grand. So if we look up flux, I should have, okay, I have like 900k, nearly 1 million of it. Nice. Come out here and come in here. Go to this enrichment chamber and just enrich it there quickly. Now, the ME cable, if we look up cable here, so cable, we have, okay, it can be crafted. So I'm missing Certus quartz dust. So what do I need to do to make Certus quartz dust? So Certus quartz dust, I have 2 of it here. Nope. That's one thing about everything moving in your inventory. You can't click on the thing you actually want. So it says we can crush down normal Certus quartz. Do I not already have that? Certus quartz, yeah, I do. Unless this is the wrong one. Use this to make ourselves quartz fiber cable. But I think you can make that in here. Yes. Unless it really wants the applied... No, we have the applied one. Wait, what's that asking for then? Cable? 64. Certus quartz dust. Oh, the recipe must be linked to only use the custom one here, the Antimatter one. Right, I need to go through our crafting and change that out if I can find out where it is now. Okay, I found it. So change this out to this dust and put this back in here now. Now let's see if we can make ourselves 64 this cable. Yes, we can. All right, perfect. So just chuck that in there and just let that craft a 64 that cable and we should be good. Actually, I just need to double check over here. It's not using the... Okay, it is using that one. I need to break these because these are actually ones that don't need to be on it. That means I need now another cog. Put the cog right here. No, not like that. There we go. Now it's turning. I just need to put all these things back on. How much of this steel plated stuff have we made? I'm sure we have a stack of it by now. Have a look in here. Yep, 64. We just teleport up and smelt that all there quickly. So then have a look here. We need to make more inscribers, and I'm making more black iron at the moment, but I need to request more machine frames. So if we look at machine, we only need 2 of them because we're just going to require... Actually, wait, no. How many of these actually we're going to need in total? We have 1. So we need probably 2 more, and this thing doesn't require any, does it? No. Okay, so we just need 2 more of these machine frames to get that going. And you know what? I'm going to teleport back over here and I'm going to disable or stop crafting the Deuterium just for the moment, just to let this black iron actually craft, and then we can continue making it later on. Oh, wait. I'm just looking here. Does this have to go back down? I think we have our singularity. We do. Okay, nice. Okay, that means if we just grab our presses here and just add 1 of each, and we just see use, universal. Wait, what am I out of? Flux plated. Oh, it actually didn't want us to smelt it all. So I actually needed to keep some of the plated stuff. Okay, that's not too bad because I did make a few more stacks of this carbonic flux dust. Carbonic, yeah, it's carbonic. I keep thinking I say that wrong. So I need another stack of iron and skystone and go make more of that. Okay, we have our flux plated iron ingots now and universal press. Now, I know this gets consumed, but we can use it in here to make this parallel circuit, which is another thing we're going to need in here. So we need a speculative circuit, which is made like this. So speculation cores, we're going to need a load more of these parallel processors. The speculation cores are made how? Speculation core 1, it actually has to be made in a flux aggregator. Jeez, I cannot speak today. Aggregator. And to make this, we nearly have everything. I need to make another flux pearl, so let's quickly make one of those. Flux, let me just look up agitator. Aggregator, so that there. We need a molecular assembler, which is going to require a formation core. So there's a formation core. Now we're going to need ourselves our annihilation core. There we go. Molecular assembler, put that in here. And all we need now is a matter condenser. We can make that, just need a bit of quartz. Craft that. And then craft ourselves a matter condenser. There we go. So this is actually going to be a lot more crafting to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and craft all of the different processes we're going to need now. And I'm going to see if we can actually make these growth accelerators. I might even have to auto craft them because they're a little bit difficult. So I'll be back when I have all this. Okay, I think I have everything now. So I've got my 3 speculative processors, which I needed, and I've set up the auto craft for the crystal growth chamber, so I have everything. So let's start crafting that. There we go. And now with that, we should be able to make ourselves our pulse centrifuge and our circuit etcher. Oh yeah, I need to make the other inscribers. So that's 1. Oh, I'm missing some more sticky pistons, so let's make a few more of them. The inscriber, and you know what? I'm going to use up this inscriber as well. Doesn't necessarily matter if I use it or not. It's grand. So put this back. Circuit etcher. There we go. Because this thing will pretty much just craft all of the things we want, and we can add up to 8 acceleration upgrades into this thing. Like we have 3 here, which we just had. So just make me like another few of these. 4, 5. I don't even actually. Do I have any spare? Oh, I do have spare. Okay, so 4, and I can just use up these now to make it now. So that, put these in. Make them and put them in, because we're going to actually probably need a few more for this pulse centrifuge now as well, which I can just stick right there. It doesn't actually matter, and I can disable these IO ports because I was going to automate it, but then it turned out I already had everything I needed. So there we go. So now our circuit etcher will allow us to craft any processor we want without having to go through the whole other processing first. So for instance, if we just recipes here, you can see we can just go straight from the speculation core into the processor. We can go for the resonating gem, the diamond. I don't have to make it into like the logic processor or the calculation processor circuit or whatever. So now that we have the circuit etcher, we can go ahead and produce a ton of these calculation processors, which we're going to need now to make the dense energy cells, which I might actually try and set up to autocraft, because I'm going to probably need a lot of these. So let's teleport home quickly and start up the autocraft, and then we'll call the episode there, because I'm pretty sure we're running out of time. So dense energy cell, set this guy up like this. So I don't want it to use this Certus quartz. I want it to use this Certus quartz. So there we go. Quartz glass. I'm pretty sure I already have quartz glass as a recipe to be crafted. Yes, I do. And I think it uses regular quartz because I have 3.5 million of that. And I can put this in here. And let's see. Now we have this. I'll upgrade this one into the dense energy cell, which is made like that. Now the calculation processor, I have to set up a recipe like this. So pure Certus quartz. There we go. To make pure ones, you go through the enrichment chamber here. And actually, do I already have this? Pure Certus quartz? No, I don't already have a recipe. Okay, I could just put this in there, set it down to 1, craft. There we go. Now come all the way over here to our enricher, which is this guy right here. Put this guy in there, and then come over here, because I have to come down here now and set this guy up to be auto-crafted too. Would I be better off to autocraft this with XNet? Because I can't necessarily like say what these slots are. It just tells me what side I can input or output from. So I might need to do that. Okay, I think I've pretty much got this set up now. So I'm just going to put these patterns in here, and these are what's going to craft. Then I need to grab myself another connector quickly, because I forgot about that one. So connector, this one. And, oh, I just realized I'm going to need all these parts, but I can request it quickly. So say processor. Let me request 1 of each. So request, oh, not 64, just 1 and just 1 calculation. That will send all of the items that it requires to craft 1 into here. Then I can just put this right here, call this chest, even though it should show up in the controller that it is a picture of a chest. So in here, create, this is going to be an extract, and it's going to have 1 of each item, meaning it can extract those items. And then it will have another thing in here where these guys will say, only extract out silicone to go into the bottom, only extract out these items to go into the top, extract out the redstone to go into the left. So now if I put these items back in here, it will pull them out and it will craft it into the component, as you can see. Oh yeah, that's one other thing. I need to set up the extract now. So just grab myself an ender chest. I could just use an importer if I wanted to, but it's easy enough just using an ender chest. Ender chest, and just grab myself a pipe. So item pipe and a wrench. I don't need like super fast upgrades on this thing, so I'll just put the ender chest there. Pipe right there. Set it to extract. And now it'll just pull out the item. It should pull out the item. Oh, it did. Okay. Maybe I should have put an upgrade on it because it is a little slow. So just one of these. Boom. There we go. So I'm going to end it there. Hope you all enjoyed. And if you did, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. Hope to see you all in the next episode. So without further ado, goodbye.